goodness. Unbelievable.
Fargo, Minnesota Sports Prep Update for Thursday, January 23rd. I'm Ryan Phelps. 20 below in some parts of the state today, a perfect day to talk about outdoor football. The high school league, in an attempt to avoid playing outside on days like this for the Prep Bowl in 2015, is expected today to approve a week earlier start. The end result is to ensure a full slate of games and full postseason participation for every team in the state. Yet no firm answer appears likely on the equally urgent issue of district scheduling to guarantee teams 8 regular season games without leaving the state. The board of directors is expected to meet today, but let's be honest, like most of the schools around Minnesota, the board of directors meeting may be postponed as well. But when they do meet, they'll likely approve 2 recommendations to finalize the 2015 football schedule. First, team practices will begin August 10th, a week earlier than originally planned despite concerns about cutting into players' summers. Also, games will begin on August 22nd, a week earlier than normal, in lieu of the traditional Saturday scrimmages. The move means schools will play 2 games before Labor Day, risking hotter temperatures for game nights and a drop in attendance and ticket sales. The reason for all these moves is that the 2015 Prep Bowl, along with 2014, will be played at TCF Bank Stadium because the Vikings Stadium is unavailable until 2016. But in 15, conflicts with the Gophers football schedule caused the 7 championship games to be moved to November 13th and 14th, 2 weeks earlier than normal. As for district scheduling, which guarantees teams all 8 regular season games in Minnesota, that decision will likely come at the April 3rd Board of Directors meeting.
I like saving money. I mean, it's not like I have a purse stuffed with coupons or... Okay, I do. The other day, I went into Wells Fargo to get help with a car loan.
Good news. You qualify for our double discount promotion. Get double the interest rate discount we normally give on select new loans and lines of credit just for being a Wells Fargo checking package customer.
And the best part, I didn't even need a coupon.
Come to Wells Fargo to discuss how the double discount promotion can help with the interest rate on your new loan or line of credit. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Subject to credit qualification. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. Equal housing lender.
I'm in a state of caffeination. Got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Visit Brandy Warmbier's State Farm Insurance Office, located off Singletree and Flying Cloud Drive, online at brandywarmbier.com.
A couple of pieces of news and notes. We'll start with the old tip of the cap, and this seems to be a theme this year as another coach hits another milestone. This time it was New London Spicer's Mike Dreyer, who earned his 800th career victory as the Wildcats top visiting Painesville 59-42 on Saturday. Dreyer is the all-time winningest coach in Minnesota girls basketball history. And Jordan's Madison Dean needed 25 points to go over 2,000 on her career and finished the night with 26 on Friday as Jordan beat LeSueur Henderson 73-30. Dean became the 3rd player in school history to reach the 2,000-point mark, following Brittany Chambers and Leah Dietl. In other news, off the playing field, way off the playing field, the state debate meet wrapped up over the weekend. I know it's not a sport, but it does fall under high school league governance, so we do cover it one day a year. And it's a long and storied history. This was the 113th edition of the longest running event under the Minnesota State High School League. Andrew Uravig of Robbinsdale Armstrong won the Lincoln Douglas competition as he argued, are you ready for this? Increasing economic engagement toward Cuba, Mexico, or Venezuela, prioritizing environmental protection over resource extraction when the two are in conflict, followed 9 rounds of debate conducted over 2 days.
Raggi for 3. Just give him a look. Raggi, quick release. Got it again. Raggi straight away. Whoa! Reversal. Raggi again. Yeah! Looks spry today. Raggi again. Oh! Double Raggi again. Yeah!
You just can't leave him. That's
Raggi again for 3.
What a joke. I mean, it's absolutely comical.
If you're a college basketball fan, you probably heard some of those highlights already. Gus Johnson and Bill Raftery on Fox Sports Monday night as unranked Creighton upset number 4 Villanova 96-68. And that barrage of three-pointers you heard came off of one hot hand. Ethan Rogge, who hit 9 of them out of 14 for 27 points. So what does it mean to us? Well, he played his high school ball here in Minnesota.
The first play of the game, I was able to get a run-out three, and just the way it came off my hand, I was like, that was a good feeling. And so my teammates did a great job of finding me in rhythm and in stride, and then once I get one to go, I try to follow it up quickly.
The fifth-year senior hailing from Eden Prairie is now being called college basketball's best shooter, at least according to NBC's College Basketball Talk. And the irony here is that Creighton's center is much more effective shooting from 30 feet than he is from 3 feet. And this season, all but 6 of his 154 shots he's attempted were fired from outside the arc. Oh, and by the way, he learned to shoot from his mother and didn't attempt his first three-pointer until 10th grade.
Your first word probably wasn't something like finance, or savings, or ATM. But whatever that first word was, it opened up a world to you that was built on conversations. It's this exchange of ideas that Wells Fargo puts into practice every day, through listening, guiding, and planning. So when the conversation is about ways to grow your savings or your business, we'll be here to help you find the right answers. Because an open dialogue is what opens doors. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A.
Prevent water damage and improve the look of your bathroom with kitchen and bath silicone sealant from GE. Caulk can get dirty and not as effective after many years. Caulk from GE Silicone works perfectly on showers, sinks, tubs, tiles, countertops, and fixtures. Visit Hardware Hank for kitchen and bath silicone sealant. You'll prevent water damage and freshen up your kitchen or bathroom.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
The Wells Fargo Minnesota Sports Prep Update can be heard right here every Monday through Friday. And for more coverage, you can find us on the web at minnesotascores.net. That's minnesota-scores.net. I'm Ryan Phelps on Minnesota Sports Radio.
It's time for another round of live local play-by-play coverage of Southwest Metro High School sports. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Mulch Store, Performance Therapy Innovations, Alpha Investment Advisors, The Tavern on 4 and 5, The Sun Current, Home Video Studio, and in partnership with BEC TV, Bloomington Educational Cable Television. Catch all of the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports, PSB Media. Game time is coming up next.
Welcome to the Burnsville Ice Center. Gary Harker Rink for this evening's matchup of a pair of top 10 teams in the visiting Eden Prairie Eagles and the host Burnsville Blaze. Adam Rosso alongside Jeff Garton and Brett Johnson. We're here on PSB MN Live bringing you all the action of tonight's games and of course all season long with Eden Prairie, Bloomington Jefferson, and Bloomington Kennedy hockey. So tonight it's the number 5 ranked Blaze hosting the number 9 ranked Eagles. The Blaze come in, they're on a hot streak, 11-2 since December 7th after starting the season 1-3-0. And there's only 2 losses throughout that span have been to 3rd-ranked Lakeville North and 2nd-ranked Edina. So the Blaze have really been on quite a roll here in their last 13 contests. They're led by junior Brock Besser. He's got 31 total points, 13 goals, 18 assists, and Cole Borchert, the leading goal scorer on the team with 15 goals and 13 helpers for the 28 points. They're a well-balanced squad, 4 players in addition to the 2 I just mentioned with 14 or more points. They go 2, even 3 lines deep with some talented scorers, so that'll be an interesting matchup to watch between Eden Prairie's defensemen on those 2nd and 3rd defense lines and the Blazes' top 3 scoring lines. The Eagles, meanwhile, coming in, they're 11-5-1, ranked 9th, as I said, in Class AA. And this season they are led by a pair of future Mavericks, Nebraska-Omaha Mavericks, and Steven Spinner and Luke Snuggerud. Snuggerud with 28 points, Spinner leading the team with 29 points. He also is tied for the team leading goals with 13, tied with a rising star sophomore Michael Graham. And Brett, you have more on that after Graham scored the game-winning goal in the 6-5 victory over Benilde the other evening.
Yeah, it was a great game on Thursday night. In fact, let's even give you a recap of that game, since it was a very high-scoring duel between Benilde and Eden Prairie in that one at the community center back on Tuesday night. Taking a look at some highlights from that game, Benilde got on the scoreboard right away, scoring just 1 minute into the game on a Zach Hale goal, hitting home a rebound. That gave the Red Knights a 1-0 lead. Graham scored his first of 2 goals in the game to get things knotted up at 1, hitting home a rebound given up by the goaltender for Benilde St. Margaret's. It's 5-5 going into overtime until it was Michael Graham who was able to win it. We'll go ahead and fast forward to that, being we're going to be to the national anthem in just a second. That was Steven Spinner tying the game at 5 late in the third period. And here's a look at the game winner that Michael Graham scored, which won it for Eden Prairie. As again, they topped the old St. Margaret 6-5. It was a great pass from Brady, too. And really a huge victory for the Eagles, since they really over the past month were kind of looking for that signature victory. Ever since the Edina Holiday Classic, they had kind of been in a funk where they had been playing their best hockey, but I thought they really played a solid game against Benilde St. Margaret's on Tuesday night, and that was a big win for their confidence, especially getting it in overtime against a very good Benilde team.
Yeah, the schedule doesn't get any easier for the Eagles. Of course, tonight playing the 5th-ranked Blaze. Then they do play Hopkins this Saturday, but then they follow up with the 2nd-ranked Hornets. They'll be Dinah on the 30th, and then that next Saturday they also take on the 4th-ranked Trojans from Wayzata. So Eden Prairie entering a stretch here. 3 of the top 5 teams in the state they have to take on. So they need to bring their A game tonight and get a potential road victory, which would be key come playoff time here. The longer this season drags on. So interestingly tonight, we're looking at a couple teams that love to light the lamp on the 13-game streak where Burnsville's 11-2. They're averaging 4 goals per game in those contests. Meanwhile, when Eden Prairie has scored 3 or more goals this year, 11-0-1, and they have not actually won a game scoring less than 3 goals. So we can expect some fireworks this evening. And once we get this national anthem over with, we'll come back and talk about the goaltenders, which could play a huge part in who wins this contest.
Think about the best athletes in the world, no matter the sport. How did they rise above the competition? These athletes didn't get to the top of their game on talent alone. They trained hard, and they trained right. PTI will work with your athlete to reach new heights. They'll get a high-level customized program from a skilled professional who truly cares about and understands your athlete's needs. The results at PTI will give your son or daughter the confidence and determination to unleash their full potential. Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results. Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing several PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie boys hockey on the big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food and watch the EP boys hockey team at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, the Tavern Turkey Burger, and my personal favorite, the Cheesy Tater Tots. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5, located just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live. Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shock.
Why aren't you eating?
Like these insurance bills are so high, I've lost my appetite. I am freaking out.
Mysteriously high rates can be stressful. Switch to State Farm for discounts up to 40%. Get to a groovier state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
Back to Burnsville, Eden Prairie, and Burnsville getting ready to drop the puck here in this matchup of top 10 teams here in Class AA. While the goaltenders, visiting goalie is Jake Gertis. He's 9-4-1 on the season, 2.74 goals against, 89.4 save percentage. And in nets for the Blaze, Dylan Lubismeyer. He's a junior, 12-5 on the season, 2.05 goals against, 91.7 save percentage as we're underway. Quick shot here from the right side. Lubismeyer with the blocker save. And the Eagles and Blaze are off and skating here in Burnsville. Borchert dumps it down as Burnsville on the quick line change after the shoe for the Eagles. And now a couple players tangle in the corner along the boards. Burnsville out of it. This is Borchert at the line. He sends it into the glove. That was Rossini, rather. Sends it into the glove of Gertis, and we'll have our first face-off in the Eagles zone here 40 seconds into the game.
Important start here for Eden Prairie. The last couple of games, they have given up some early goals, especially against Benil. St. Margaret's giving up just 1 minute into that one against the Red Knights. So important here for them to get off to a good start.
Eagles control the face-off. Now a turnover in their defensive zone, and it's held into the line by Otto of Eden Prairie. He's taken down hard by Jack Plays of the Eagles. Gertis plays the puck behind his net, gets some help from the defenseman. Dupree dumps it back in for the Blaze. And now Clays starts the breakout for the Eagles. Center ice carried in by Artsinger. He dumps it down, chases after it, and gets to the puck. Has it poked away by a Burnsville defenseman. Puck trickles down again. Artsinger after it. He's played by Rossini. And now the Blaze successfully get it out of the zone where Snuggerud plays it for the Eagles. Sawchuk at center ice. He'll dump it down once again. And after it is Brady Shue of Eden Prairie, he turns it over behind the net. Burnsville gets the puck to the point. Here's a shot low off the blocker, off the pads of Gertis. Rebound was given. No Blaze player home to knock it in. And out of the scrum in the left corner comes Eden Prairie. Shue tips it ahead where it's taken back at center ice by the Blaze. Now Snuggerud has it. He crosses center ice and brings it into the zone for the Eagles. Sawchuk meets him. The pair of fours into the corner. And after it now is Cole Lawrence. Spinner behind that. He's played by Borchert. Borchert comes out of it with the puck on his knees. Still controlling. Now Spinner and Borchert tangling again. The senior defenseman gets it out for the Blaze. This is Besser, the leading scorer for Burnsville. He takes it behind Gertis, the netminder for the Eagles. He still has a wraparound attempt in front. It's stopped. Puck still loose. Now to the points. Hard shot wide. Rebound fanned on. Burnsville applying some nice pressure right now. Eagles gain control and get across ice to Steven Spinner. He tips into the zone, and the Eagles will change forwards.
Nice job by Burnsville against that first unit for Eden Prairie. Just giving you some numbers on Snuggerud and Spinner. They are winless when those two guys do not get on the score sheet this season, are Eden Prairie.
AUR with the puck in Eden Prairie's zone. It's tipped up all the way down. This should be an icing call, and it will be. Face-off upcoming back in the Eden Prairie zone. 3 minutes and change into it. No score from Gary Harker Rink.
Yeah, a little bit too optimistic on that pass there by the Eden Prairie defense. It was a little bit too high, and even if it was, waist level, that would have been a tough one to tip into the zone. And talented team like Burnsville, you don't want to give them too many face-offs in the offensive area.
Eagles control the face-off. This is Boldenau in the corner. Sends it over to Shue. Now the puck is tipped in front of the net. Controlled by Boldenau. Boldenau up to Clays. Clays breaks it out to Artsinger, who's chasing after it. Pass just a little bit too far, but the Eagles do get it into the Burnsville zone. Boldenau holds it in at the line, a diving attempt there. But Burnsville quickly gets it back out to center ice, where Pager sends across ice, dump. And the Eagles get it in the zone, centering pass too far off the stick of Keeley. He has it into the corner. Now it's Parrish of Eden Prairie, bringing it across the circle, has the puck tipped away, and the Eagles will be forced to leave the zone as Burnsville changes. Dump into the corner where Rossini's after it for Burnsville. He sends it around the far wall. And now the Blaze get it out of the zone once again, but Eden Prairie's defense doing a nice job coming up, forcing the issue. And the Eagles not letting Burnsville get much pressure here with 12:14 to go. First period. This is Snuggerud. He brings it in left side, carries it on his left-handed stick all the way around. Parrish takes it up from him. Nice job that time by the Burnsville defender. That was Dupree bumping off the puck. Di Gregorio brings it to center. Dupree chasing after it, and Eden Prairie dumps it in. It's played to the side by Lubismeyer. There's a giveaway deep in the zone again. This is Cole Lawrence. Cole Lawrence shot attempt by Spinner doesn't reach the netminder. And out of it comes Borchert of Burnsville, but Aguilar brings it right in. This is Michael Graham. Michael Graham's shot on net. Blocker save. Cole Lawrence. And Burnsville carries it out up ahead. Nearly a breakaway attempt that time, but the puck just off the tape of Sean, and the Eagles send it back down here as we tick towards the 11-minute mark. Just about 6 minutes gone by. No score between the Blaze and the Eagles. Jack plays centering pass off the stick of Art Singer. He was tied up in front of the net, nearly had a clear path for the shot on goal. Borchert, he'll fire it around. Gertis out of the crease to play it. Puck carried to center ice and sent in by Mark Sullivan of the Eagles. Here's a shot on net by Clays. Stick save. Lubismeyer. Back the other way comes Burnsville with Rickberg. He's taken down hard into the boards. Puck comes to the net. It was a big collision that time. Rickberg, the 5'10" forward of Burnsville, is down on the ice. Lost his glove. Looked like he collided with someone before hitting the boards, Brett.
Yeah, just seeing it there on replay, it wasn't really a dirty hit into the boards. It looked like he was kind of losing his footing as he was crashing in. He made contact almost towards the bottom of the circle, so I think a good call by the officials not to send anyone to the box for right now. Just an unfortunate play where you trip up and crash into the boards. Doesn't matter whether you go into it lightly or with a lot of speed, or if someone trips you up, or if you go into it on your own. Anytime you crash into those boards and you're not expecting it, it's going to be ugly, and hopefully he's all right.
He's being tended to on the ice, so we'll take a short break. 10:30 to go, first period. No score between Burnsville and Eden Prairie. You're watching boys high school hockey on PSB.
We're speaking with Rob Friend at the mulch store. Rob, once people have finished up trimming those trees or raking those leaves, how easy is it for them to stop in at the mulch store to drop off those materials? Or maybe even pick up some mulch for next year?
Well, if you want to stop in and drop off, you come in, check in at the gate attendant, and they'll point you in the right direction after you pay a small fee. And if you're ready to pick up something to do a final garden or mulch project, pick out the product you want, pay for the fee, and we'll load up a trailer or a pickup truck if you have that. If not, we do have delivery available.
And of course, you guys have locations all over the metro area.
That's right. For locations and more information on delivery, you can check us out at our website, mulchstoremn.com.
Burnsville winning the faceoff after the injury timeout. And they do muster a scoring chance, but the save made by Jake Gertis. We're back to action. Luke Snuggerud into the corner. Two Blaze players giving chase. He sends it out to Jack Sullivan, where Eden Prairie brings it in 3-on-3 as they enter the zone across the blue line. Puck sent around by Burnsville. And back the other way. Schoen sends it ahead. Players racing after. Gertis out of the net to check it away, as that was Weigel giving chase for Burnsville. Puck at center ice. Knocked down by a Sean. Burnsville defender as he gets it ahead. Blaze in the zone, 3-on-3. Puck up towards us here at center ice. And it'll be out of play into the penalty box. We'll have a neutral ice face-off upcoming.
Kind of funny with how close we are to the ice. Hopefully none of us get hits by a puck during the game. I think, Jeff, you might catch the worst of it if one comes up here. I kind of like this on-ice angle, very close to the action. You can really hear those hits during the game.
Dupree controls the face-off for Burnsville. LaShawn sends it in around the net. Eden Prairie gets after it. It's Spinner. Spinner leaves it for his teammate. Number 16, Michael Graham, gets it up ahead to Lawrence. Lawrence brings it in. Shot is turned away.
Looked like that was deflected by the defenseman's skate before it even got to the goalie.
This is Besser. Besser bringing it in. The junior, he'll dump it down. And Borchert after it along with Missling. Here's a shot on net. Save made Gertis. Rebound controlled by Eden Prairie. It's played off the high glass and out to the red line where Besser has it for the Blaze. There's a pass, center ice to Borchert. Thompson puck then taken by Michael Graham. Graham brings it to center ice. He's bumped off the puck. Borchert taken down. No penalty will be called, and Spinner emerges from the near board scrum with the puck. Here's a giveaway. Nice stick work that time. Backhand attempt up high, just wide. Glove side shot attempt that time by Havluvi.
Good job by Havluvi. Mark Sullivan, the defenseman he got around, has really been playing well over the past 3 or 4 games for Eden Prairie defensively, and that's not a tough guy to make a move around in. Good job to get on his backhand and create a nice little scoring chance.
Too bad he didn't have someone there for the rebound.
Here's a wraparound attempt by Burnsville. Denied by Gertis. Sawchuk. Shot attempt, I think it hit a defender in front. And Burnsville has it again. This is the other Borchert, Cade Borchert, the sophomore. His brother Cole, one of the captains here, a senior, and the second leading scorer on the team for the Blaze. Plays, gets it out of the zone. Burnsville will have to retreat. Gertis stops it for his defenseman Sullivan, and the Eagles will break out. Both teams change with 7:28 rather to play in the period, and we'll have a puck played with a high stick, so the face-off will come all the way back into the Eden Prairie zone to the left of Jake Gertis. Burnsville, as you guys are watching, going right to left on your screen. Left to right, Eden Prairie, right to left. We're on the far side, across from the benches here at Gary Harker Rink in the Burnsville Ice Center.
Boy, Burnsville really has established a nice forecheck here early in this game, having the better of the play, and I think one of the key parts is they've gotten that established against Eden Prairie's first line as well, which is key anytime you can keep them out of the offensive zone.
And as we were talking in the break, Brett, I think the longer this goes, the more it benefits the Burnsville Blaze with their depth of more quality lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said in the opening, Burnsville with 4 players, including, I make that 6 players if you include the top scorers, all with 14 or more points. So basically 2 full lines or 3 lines with a couple guys interspersed between the 3. That can definitely light the lamp. And we've seen a couple good flurries now. That last one, Gertis make 2 saves while he was down on the ground. So Burnsville applying the pressure here midway through the first. Eden Prairie back in the zone. This is Jack Sullivan. His shot wide. And Besser plays it up ahead to Ashawn. Ashawn trying to cut through 3 defenders. He skates, sidesteps, but can't get around Snuggery. Nice body check that time by the senior defenseman for Eden Prairie. And Burnsville, though, maintains Rossini at the line. They'll send it to the sideboards. Nobody home. And Snuggerud, the captain, leads the breakout for the Eagles. Snuggerud carries it all the way in. They'll attempt a shot. It's deflected wide off the shin pad of Rossini. And Burnsville takes it ahead. There's a player behind the defense, but the puck is intercepted at the midline and taken by Burnsville. Near corner is the puck. Snuggerud down there with a couple players, including Borchert from Burnsville. There's a fluttering puck at center ice, and now Shue brings it in for Eden Prairie. Short side attempt off the side of the net. Burnsville brings it ahead. This is Otto. Otto going against Brady Shue. He's ridden into the boards right in front of the Burnsville student section. Eden Prairie counters back the other way, 2-on-2. Puck deflected into the glass on the end line. Aguilar with a shot. Deflected stick save by Lubismeyer. Here's Otto to the red line where it's poked off his stick once again. Eden Prairie doing a nice job not letting Burnsville set anything up in the transition game here.
You said it, that's really the way Burnsville has gotten all their offense. They really have to dump the puck in the Eden Prairie zone, and that's how they've been establishing things. As you said, one of the nice things they've been doing is preventing those transition opportunities, which is an improvement for them because they had some struggles against Benilde St. Margaret's on Tuesday.
Singer with a shot. It's deflected. Nice piece of defense work. That time shot and a goal! Andy Aguilar lights the lamp. 12 minutes and 7 seconds in. We'll see if we can see the replay. It looked like it tipped off of the glove of Lubismeyer and into the net.
Yeah, I kind of missed that one, but it looked like it did hit something on the way for sure. Such a quick play that even Jeff couldn't catch that one. It was a really quick shot. Don't blame you for that, but a nice job by them to go up now 1-0. Aguilar wisely just threw that on net.
Sometimes that's the hardest ones for the goalies to stop are the ones that get tipped and they expecting one thing and the puck goes another direction.
So yeah, the old tip drill.
Trying to get to the assist though. Andy Aguilar, his first goal of the season, he did have 4 assists, so in the 18th contest of the season, Aguilar, the defenseman, gives the Eagles a 1-0 advantage here. 4:40 to go, first period. Here's a bouncing puck in net, taken back, shot deflected off of the glove of Lubismeyer. So Eden Prairie right off the face-off with another golden opportunity to score.
Take a look at Michael Parrish on this shot. Really made a nice attempt here. That was tougher than it looks through some traffic, trying to go high glove side, just a couple of inches away. Like the opportunity and like the pressure that Eden Prairie just put on.
There's a shot by Spinner. That's deflected. Doesn't get to Lubismeyer. Cole Lawrence in the corner. He's played by a couple plays. Ashawn is hit hard with the stick. There's going to be a penalty or delayed penalty upcoming on Eden Prairie. Snuggerud touches up, and we will have our first infraction of the contest.
Looked like he called for a slashing.
That is correct, Jeff. 2 minutes. Steven Spinner heading to the box. Well, the Blaze will go on the man advantage. Burnsville this season has done a very nice job converting on the power play. Nearly 30% conversion, 29.5 on their power play. They've scored 6 goals on 44 power plays. So they're doing a pretty nice job so far this season. Here's Ashawn. And Aguilar takes the puck away and sends it down the ice. We'll see if they haven't announced the goal yet, so I'm not sure if they're trying to figure out the assist or what, but either way, it's Andy Aguilar at the 12:07 mark of the opening period, giving the Eagles a 1-0 lead. Here's a giveaway deep in the zone. Shot steered just wide that time off the left-handed stick of Jack Keeley. Looked like the net came off its moorings. And we'll have a face-off in the Burnsville zone. 1:27 to go on the penalty to Spinner.
Yeah, especially on the power play. Can't afford those types of turnovers, as Eden Prairie did a nice job creating a little scoring chance out of that. Got to be a little more careful with the puck if you're the Blaze.
Looks like they give Riley Artsinger the assist on the Aguilar goal. So that'll be Riley's 9th assist of the season, 15th point. So Aguilar from Artsinger. Have Louis. Gets the puck over to his teammate who sends it in to the boards, where a couple Blaze give chase. Wessel in the corner. Excuse me, Weigel, that is. Louis gets the puck, but now cannot keep it in the zone. And it's been a struggle on the first minute of this Burnsville power play to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, if anything, Eden Prairie's had the better of the chances so far. And you know what's key about that, Adam? Eden Prairie came into their last game against Benil. They haven't run the numbers yet, but they came into that Benil game only 61% on their penalty kill. So they've had their struggles being a man short, but really look good here on this first PK.
Yeah, it looked like they upped it a little bit. It looked 71.7% on the penalty kill, but it's still not near where it should be here for a top 10 team in Class AA, but they're doing a fine job thus far. Besser on the right circle. He sends it across through the crease, but Gertis unscathed, excuse me. Besser again circles. Now this is a shot. He takes a slap shot. It's blocked by Artsinger, who comes down with it, but the puck stays in the zone. Besser recovers, sends it cross ice. Ashan at the circle, sends it back to Besser. Penalty is expired. Shot blocked in front as Spinner out of the box. We're back at 5-on-5 hockey. Orchard and Shue going at it behind the net. Spinner ends up getting the puck, and the Eagles come the other way. Drop pass left. That time for a streaking Spinner, just a little bit too far. And the puck slides along in front of the boards between both benches. Spinner has Snuggerud with him. Centering pass just deflected high. Parrish skates around, now gives over to Aguilar. Aguilar to Snuggerud. Snuggerud's centering pass, and it doesn't hit anybody. Sends all the way to the corner. Burnsville gets it out of the zone, and now the puck comes to Snuggerud, who wheels around and will set the offense up.
And you can really see the vision that Luke Snuggerud has. He was trying to get that centering pass in the middle, just a little bit too much mustard, I should say, on that attempt. But great vision to at least see that little seam.
Snuggerud winds and fires at the blue line, shot up into the left-handed glove of Dylan Lubismeyer. And with 63 seconds to go, we'll have a face-off upcoming just to the right of the junior goalie from Burnsville.
That was a nice save with all the traffic that he had in front of him.
Nice crowd filling in here. Burnsville Ice Center tonight. We're expecting near capacity crowd. Looks like other than one of the corners, we have got that, as both Burnsville and Eden Prairie supporters out in full force this evening. Puck sent in. This is Captain Cole Borchert, who then has the puck taken away by Artsinger. Artsinger to the blue line. Tries a quick shot from the right side. It's blocked. And Burnsville plays it around where Besser has it for the Blaze. He gives it back to Kirsten. Kirsten up ahead. This is Missling. Played by Graham of the Eagles. And now the players come along with Clay's getting into the action. We'll have a whistle and a face-off right in front of us here in neutral ice. 14.2 to go in this opening period.
Hey, you're talking about how they were expecting a capacity crowd. I haven't quite seen that yet. Kind of a late arriving crowd, but I know they were talking about on both teams' Twitter accounts how they actually had to pre-order tickets because they were expecting so many people. Maybe that's the case why some people are a little late showing up, being that there could be a line trying to get in.
Not to mention the frigid temperatures might be keeping some casual fans at home, and hopefully joining us at 6 seconds to play. Snuggerud, a backhand attempt, didn't get to the goal, and the puck will flutter to center ice, and that's where the horn sounds on the opening 17 minutes of play. So Eden Prairie, by way of an Andy Aguilar goal, has our lead at the first intermission. It's the 9th-ranked Eagles 1, the 5th-ranked Blaze 0. We'll be back with some scores around the Metro and highlights. You're watching Boys High School Hockey on PSB.
Jeepers, it's the creeper! What do we do now?
It's a mystery.
I know. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Zoinks! It's Lucy, like our favorite State Farm agent lady.
Hi, gang. I'll handle it. And that's not really a monster.
Mr. Carswell!
You meddling kids.
State Farm takes the mystery out of dealing with insurance. Get to a groovier state.
Ray, why aren't you eating?
Like these insurance bills are so high, I've lost my appetite. I am freaking out.
Mysteriously high rates can be stressful. Switch to State Farm for discounts up to 40%. Get to a groovier state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shock.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com. Think about the best athletes in the world, no matter the sport. How did they rise above the competition? These athletes didn't get to the top of their game on talent alone. They trained hard and they trained right. PTI will work with your athlete to reach new heights. They'll get a high-level customized program from a skilled professional who truly cares about and understands your athlete's needs. The results at PTI will give your son or daughter the confidence and determination to unleash their full potential. Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results. Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing several PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie boys hockey on the big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food and watch the EP boys hockey team at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean pizza, the Tavern turkey burger, and my personal favorite, the cheesy tater tots. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5, located just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
Welcome back to Burnsville. Here we're in the first intermission. Zamboni resurfacing the ice. And our score at the end of one is Eden Prairie, the visiting Eagles, 1. And Burnsville, the host, Blaze, 0. So relatively uneventful first period, some good end-to-end action, but just one penalty. That was a 2-minute slash infraction to Steven Spinner, resulted in a power play for Burnsville, but the Eagles did end up killing that penalty relatively easy. I think only a couple shots on goal on one flurry for the Blaze, so a nice job there by the Eden Prairie defense. Prior to that, our lone goal here in the first was scored by Andy Aguilar at the 12:07 mark of the first period. That's his first goal this season to go along with his 4 helpers. So 5 points now for Andy, the junior defenseman for the Eagles. Assist on the goal came by Riley Artsinger. Artsinger with his 9th helper of the year. So the forward Artsinger to the defenseman Aguilar at the 12:07 mark of the opening period. That is the difference maker thus far here in the battle between number 5 and number 9 in the state of hockey. A couple other scores to pass along to you around the metro area. First intermission, matchup of a couple of South suburban teams. Lakeville South, the Cougars, with the only goal of the evening thus far. They lead the Lakers 1-0 in the first intermission, and no score late first period in the West Metro between the Trojans of Wayzata and the Minnetonka Skippers. So we'll hopefully have some more score updates here as they become available in the second intermission. But thus far, that's what we have right now. And of course, right back here, your score is 1-0 in favor of Eden Prairie. So coming back here in the second period, Brett, do you expect either team to open it up? Because it was a relatively conservative game. I think the edge, obviously, both on the scoreboard and in the play, was to Eden Prairie.
Yeah, it's funny you would say it'd be kind of a conservative game because in years past these two teams were conference rivals over in the Lake Conference, and I know they have a lot of hard-hitting, emotional games, but now that it's been, 4 years since these two teams went their separate ways, with Eden Prairie staying in the Lake Conference and Burnsville going to the South Suburban, it definitely looked like a non-league game. A lot of a feeling-out process in that first period, and as you said, both teams not taking a whole lot of chances. Kind of an old school person, you would think no one would ever say that about a Burnsville versus Eden Prairie game, but as you said, we'll have to see if these teams maybe open things up a little bit more in the second period now that they've kind of gotten that feeling out process out of the way.
Yeah, and both teams coming in, high-scoring offenses, averaging, I think both average over 30 shots on goal per game. Like I said in the opening, Burnsville lately has been averaging 4 goals per game since they started so slowly. Their offense has really picked up. The lone goal, coming on a shot from the blue line from Aguilar. Couldn't tell if it tipped off of a Burnsville player or just tipped off of the netminder Lubismeyer, but either way, it kind of fluttered when it went into the goal, but it was definitely one of those instances where you put the shot on net, fire towards the net, and good things happen, and that's why Eden Prairie ends up having the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, Jeff and I were both talking about that too. We were thinking it was tipped out in front as well because it did take a weird bounce, but of course the scorer below us has the same vantage point as we do, and it was tough to see who would have gotten the tip if it was, and I know, Jeff, you had a hard time seeing it, as did I. I think it definitely was tipped out in front, just tough to tell who got it, so I think
either it was
they did the right thing by awarding it to Aguilar.
Either it was tipped out or in front, or Aguilar just didn't get all of it when he went for the shot.
Or the other thing, too, is a Burnsville player who may have tipped it in as well.
Yeah.
Either way, though, as you said, he didn't get all of it on that shot, which I think he did on purpose, looking for that stick out in front, and he certainly got it. It was a good play to put them up 1-0.
Some coaches definitely will say that just putting a shot on net is better than trying to put everything you got into the puck because it will catch the goalie by surprise because goalies are taught to expect a hard shot. So when you throw the curveball, some catches them by surprise.
Clock winding down here, intermission. Zamboni off the ice. Players should be back on it. We'll take a 90-second break and be back with second period action from Burnsville. You're watching high school hockey on PSB.
Think about the best athletes in the world, no matter the sport. How did they rise above the competition? These athletes didn't get to the top of their game on talent alone. They trained hard, and they trained right. PTI will work with your athlete to reach new heights. They'll get a high-level customized program from a skilled professional who truly cares about and understands your athlete's needs. The results at PTI will give your son or daughter the confidence and determination to unleash their full potential. Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results. We're speaking with Rob Friend at the mulch store. Rob, once people have finished up trimming those trees or raking those leaves, how easy is it for them to stop in at the mulch store to drop off those materials? Or maybe even pick up some mulch for next year?
Well, if you want to stop in and drop off, you come in, check in at the gate attendant, and they'll point you in the right direction after you pay a small fee. And if you're ready to pick up something to do a final garden or mulch project, pick out the product you want, pay for the fee, and we'll load up a trailer or a pickup truck if you have that. If not, we do have delivery available.
And of course, you guys have locations all over the metro area.
That's right. For locations and more information on delivery, you can check us out at our website, mulchstoremn.com.
Welcome back to Gary Harker Rink at the Burnsville Ice Center. The Blaze emerging out of the locker room. A long delay. Both teams taking their sweet time getting back onto the ice. Burnsville skating first, and now Eden Prairie ready to get on the ice as well. Second period been a key period for both schools this season. Burnsville has outscored their opponents by 17 goals in the second period. Eden Prairie by 8, and it's both the Eagles and Blaze best periods as far as scoring advantages. So it'll be interesting to see. You get the feeling that this should open up a little bit, Brett, as that feeling out period it should have ended after the first 17 minutes of play.
Yeah, you would think so with the way both of these teams have played so far this season. As you were talking about with Eden Prairie undefeated when they score at least 3 goals in every game, and I know that record's certainly not very good when they don't score 3 goals. Burnsville's played a similar style as well. They have a veteran team coming back from last year's squad, which lost to Edina in the Section 2 championship. They have a lot of high expectations themselves, already knocking off Edina earlier this season in, well, you guessed it, a high-scoring game. So I think both teams will eventually open this one up, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see 4 or 5 combined goals here in this second period.
Both teams still slowly trickling out here. I'm not sure. It looked like orange blue, and it was 2 or 3 minutes actually. The head referee had to go to the Burnsville dressing room to get them and the troops.
It's like a pitcher on the mound that's taking forever to throw his pitch. Jeff's favorite kind of pitcher.
Mike Pelfrey?
You got it.
And with that second period underway, first line for both teams out on the ice. Shoe for the Eagles. Now it's Spinner at the red line. He'll take it along the far boards. Gets past Dupree. Brings it in. It's the shot off. Save made. Rebound by Snuggerud. Up there, and now the other way come the Blaze. Nice move there at the blue line by Steven Spinner, sidestepping defenseman Dupree and getting a pretty nice shot, which was stopped by the stick of Lubismeyer. Dupree now for the Blaze, banks it on the near side. Missling loses his stick and the puck. Back the other way come the Eagles. Puck touched by glove at the line, so no icing call. This is Jack Clays on the near boards. Eagles, of course, black jerseys, black helmets, white and black accents, and the Blaze in their home whites with the yellow trim and black helmets. Dupree again after it. Blaze have not changed this period. And you can tell they're struggling here, not getting the puck out of the zone. This is Jack Clays for Eden Prairie. Shot from the short side, off the boards for the Eagles. Artsinger playing it along with Aguilar.
Yeah,
tandem that scored that opening goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be important here for Eden Prairie to keep the puck in the zone. Don't have any shots that go wide where it could ring around the end wall and go outside the zone. As you were saying, this Burnsville line's been on the ice the entire period. You got to take advantage here if you're EP.
And there's, just as you say that, the pass from Artsinger to Aguilar is off the mark, and the Blaze get some new legs onto the ice. This is Snuggerud. He'll bring it in. Shot save. Rebound is loose in front. No goal. As I couldn't tell who was at the bottom of the pile. Looked like Jack Clays. Another play that time by Luke Snuggerud, making something out of seemingly nothing and nearly putting the second goal on the board for Eden Prairie.
I think the net going off its moorings may have saved the second goal there.
Eden Prairie applying all the pressure in the first 2 minutes of this period. Snuggerud holds it into the line. He'll fire it into the baseline boards. Puck rolls along the top side of the board. Snuggerud holds it into the line. The lefty fires it towards the net. It's deflected, but wide. Never reached the goaltender. Kirsten hits the deck in the corner for the Blaze. Now it's Snuggerud at the blue line. And then behind the net, Burnsville gets it out past too far. This one will go all the way down to the end line for an icing call. 14-12 here with second period action from Burnsville. Adam Rosso alongside Brett Johnson, Jeff Garton on the camera, and the third man of our broadcast booth. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on PSBMN. Excited to have you, excited to be here for the matchup of a couple ranked teams in Class AA.
And so far it's been the Eagles with by far the better of the play here in the second period. Even after Burnsville was able to make that first change, they've kept the pressure on.
Here's a shot save made that time. It was Graham on the doorstep. Lubismeyer with the right pad save, denying the sophomore from Eden Prairie. There's the puck finally chipped ahead, and the Blaze have something brewing. That was the score. Besser deflected high. Sean at the line. He'll send one towards Gertis into the body, where the goaltender from Eden Prairie holds on. Face-off will be in the Eden Prairie end.
With the butterfly style, I wouldn't be surprised to see Burnsville try and fake a shot and try and go high. Get Gertis to go down and try going high either glove or stick side.
Orchard wins the draw back to a Sean. He'll send one towards Gertis again. And another body save held onto by Jake Gertis. And we'll do it all over again from the circle immediately to our left.
You can see on the replay a nice job by Gertis to read that shot, as he had all sorts of traffic in front of him. That time he did as well. Unfortunately, that shot for him was going way up and over the net. But good job by Burnsville here on these face-offs. Eden Prairie, throughout the season, has been a very good face-off team. Very rare you see them lose back-to-back face-offs in their own zone.
It'll be Artsinger and Borchert. And that time, Artsinger wins the draw. Played behind a shoe. And Missling behind the net. For the Blaze, Borchard after it. He'll kick it along with his skate. And the puck trickles out to the circle. Jack plays with it. And here come the Eagles at center ice. Puck knocked down by a Sean. Besser and Clays skated in. And Lubismeyer out of his crease to play it for Burnsville. Puck sent along. Icing will be waved off. Snuggerud after it. Gertis plays it to Clays as the Blaze were changing. Clays brings it cross ice, plays it off the boards, have Louis giving chase, defending him, and after it is Artsinger and Kirsten for Burnsville. Here's a pass up ahead, big play that time by Snuggerud. Have Louis had snuck behind him. The pass just ran out of steam. Here's a centering pass in front, never got to Eric Otto, who was camped out in front of the net. Spinner bumped off the puck by Cade Borchert, and the puck comes to the line. Here's a bouncing puck wide and high over the glove of Gertis.
I'm not sure Gertis saw that one at all. Lucky that one was going wide.
Spinner brings it in, hard shot. Rebound dropped in front of Lubismeyer, and Snuggerud has it on. He'll take a shot into the body, save made. Rebound doesn't happen. Spinner crashes into the netminder, and he's met by a couple of Burnsville enforcers in front of the net.
Right, you were saying Gertis got lucky. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Actually, I'm not sure going back to that shot that he initially had seen it at all, but as you said, sometimes it's better to have that happen, and we'll have to see what Eden Prairie can do here on the other side, as they've certainly been putting a lot more pressure on here in this second period. I've been impressed too is that they've been getting pressure from their second and third lines as well, which is very key for them, doing more than just relying on that big first line that they have. So it looks like referees trying to straighten things out possibly here.
He's over at the Burnsville bench talking to head man Jan Kivalmi. Wanted to get that one in there, Brett, make sure I could say the traditional Finnish name. Of course, Eden Prairie led by Lee Smith.
Well, looks like we're going to get a Burnsville penalty out of this.
Didn't see the call.
There is a player down there in the box.
In the box is number 9 for Burnsville. That's Andy Schoen. He'll serve the 2-minute minor. Didn't see what the call was. Penalty will come at the 4:54 mark of the period. So the Eagles up a goal with a chance here with a 5-4 man advantage. Spinner to Snuggerud. Spinner takes a slapper. It's too high. Tracked down and held in by Snuggerud. Here's Snuggerud, pass to the short side. This is Graham. Snuggerud looks and deals it over to Mark Sullivan. Snuggerud takes a shot. Rebound is loose. Shot again, and it's cleared out. Golden opportunity for the Eagles. Lubesmeyer was down on the ground, and it looked like Artsinger had a chance to put one top shelf. Couldn't get enough on the puck, and now it's carried into the zone by Snuggerud and offside. 1:12 to go in the man advantage.
And we just snuck the replay in there of that. And, as you said, Eden Prairie with a couple of golden whacks at the puck. Looked like Snuggerud had a pretty good look on one of those rebounds, but wasn't able to get around all those bodies as we remain 1-0.
Sounded like too many men on the ice call. Couldn't tell, but thought I caught that, so write that down. Too many on ice, and that is the reason for the power play. And Prairie can't hold it in at the line. Pager drops it back to Aguilar, who has the lone tally of the contest. Aguilar rifles it in, and we'll see if the Eagles can hold it in. They send it towards the center of the net, but Burnsville clears easily that time. Eden Prairie dumps it down past to Sean. After it is number 19, Sam Dockery, one of the captains on the defense for Burnsville. And here's the Eden Prairie captain, Snuggerud, with 22 to go. On the man advantage and a turnover. This is Besser. Top shot! He shoots, he scores, and we're tied at 1.
Beautiful move to the backhand.
Besser got Gertis to go down, as you said, Jeff, and we'll check the replay on this one. He ends up tallying a short-handed goal. Nice move as he goes up over the right shoulder. Stick side. Does Besser, the junior. He'll put his 14th goal of the season. Pearl Square at 1.
As anyone will tell you, that's how you beat a butterfly goaltender. Is you get them to go down and then go high over the shoulder.
Here's the big issue for Eden Prairie. Back-to-back games now. They've given up a short-handed goal. Benilde St. Margaret's had one in the first period of last game, and there was another careless turnover there by the defense that allowed Burnsville to get that chance.
And here's another chance. Showing out of the box. One-on-one. Nice play that time from behind. Recovery by Cole Lawrence. Locking up, Showing, and Spinner now back the other way. End-to-end action. Spinner's met. He flies into the goalpost, and we'll have a whistle. But Showing out of the box. The puck was trickling. Luckily, Cole Lawrence had some steam. Cole Lawrence had some steam and caught Showing from behind, or that would have been potentially the game-leading goal for the Blaze.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of tough breaks there for EP. The second one was more of a freak play. We're just coming out of the box. He had a good opportunity, but a good job by the back check by the Eagles to prevent Burnsville from taking taking a 2-1 lead, I should say.
I know some coaches will teach that to their smarter players to take a look and if they've got a player coming out of the box to try and capitalize on that shift.
Well, what do they teach the players who aren't smart?
Put the puck on the net?
Oh, you set me up for that one.
That is true, I did.
They'll dump it in after. Looked like some new legs, some fresh legs that time for the Blaze. They're skating a lot better than they were earlier in the period. Eagle hits the deck. It's going to be held in by Sawchuk. He'll kick it along the boards to Weigel. And a couple players from Eden Prairie join the scrum down there. It's Otto and Aguilar. Sawchuk holds his ground at the line as he's met by Keeley. And now the puck being held between a couple skates and sticks across on the boards near the Burnsville bench. The puck finally out. I think they'll have an offside on Burnsville. Nope. We will not. We will have I don't know what the call was. Faceoff will be in the Eden Prairie zone to the left of Gertis. 8:59 to go here in period 2. 1-1 is our score between Burnsville and Eden Prairie. Showing and Artsinger space. And it's Pager out of it. Flips it up high, too high and too far, where the puck will go down to the end line and we'll do it all over again. 7 seconds ticking off of the time clock here at Gary Harker Rink. Once again, that goal for Burnsville scored by Brock Besser, his 14th tally of the season. Short-handed goal at the 6:35 mark of this middle period, and that knots our score at 1. Snuggerud sends it ahead. It's Pager. Weigelin plays after it, and the puck comes back to center ice where Snuggerud takes a pass from his fellow defenseman, and he'll carry it into the zone as Schoen meets him, and the puck is bumped off. Burnsville controls. Schoen behind the net. Fires it around hard. It's held in on the far side. Now a shot towards the net, taken away by number 9 for the Blaze. That's Schoen once again, and out of it is Gregorio for the Blaze. Singer. Borkhardt centering in front. Nice pass from Borkhardt to Messling. Spinner out of it the other way. Spinner goes up high. It's deflected into the glass. Aguilar plays it at the line. Plays it up into the netting on the right side of the rink. And we'll have a face-off outside the Burnsville zone.
Got to be a little more careful in your zone for the Eagles. We've seen that a few times here in this second period where Burnsville's created some good opportunities off turnovers. Just got to kind of stay more disciplined in your zone because, again, I think they've had the better of the play in both periods so far in this game if they can just stay away from those turnovers.
Yeah, that turnover is how Burnsville scored their goal. Otherwise, this might still be a 1-0 game.
Graham's pass too far for Spinner, and a Sean after it into his corner. Eden Prairie, nice job intercepting, pushing the envelope. That time was Cole Lawrence. And Graham continues to keep possession in the offensive zone for Eden Prairie. And he ends up getting bumped off this puck. Spinner has it. He's fighting with Otto along the near boards. And it's Aguilar and Missling at the Eden Prairie blue line. And Spinner. Long shift now for the Eagles, as we saw that earlier in the period for Burnsville. Here's a shot by Graham that goes wide. Missling at center ice. He'll give it up ahead to Besser. Besser looking for another one. He gets another one. That time he went glove side on Curtis, and we'll see if we got the replay on that one. Brett Besser with his second goal of the period.
Yeah, let's take a look. Another 2-on-1 odd man rush for them, and lost the tail end of that one, but as you said, he was able to go low glove side to beat Gertis. And again, odd man rush in transition gets the goal for Burnsville.
Assist by Will Messling, number 27. We'll see if we get a second helper on that. Brock Besser, back-to-back goals here in the second, his 14th and 15th of the year. And the Blaze have turned a 1-goal deficit into a 1-goal advantage here with 6:36 to go in the second. Here's Snuggerud for the Eagles, now find themselves down for the first time this evening. Shue, nice job holding the puck in at the left point. Keeley fighting a couple Blaze players, and Keeley now gets possession. But he has it knocked away, and Otto of Burnsville takes him to the line 2-on-3. Otto still on his skates after it. He'll center it off the side of the net. In front was Louis. And after it is Rossini for Burnsville. And we do get a second helper on that goal as Louis out of at 2-on-2, he'll take a shot, stick save. Rebound is shot wide of Gertis. Eden Prairie goes back the other way, pass too far, and it'll go all the way down to the opposite end. Pager reaching out for it, but couldn't get his stick on it. And we'll have another face-off in the Eden Prairie zone. Once again, recapping that goal, Brock Besser's second of the evening came at the 10:24 mark of the second. Assist by number 27, Will Missing, and number 3, Jack Ashawn. So Besser from Ashawn and Messing. And the Blaze, the 5th-ranked Blaze, now lead the 9th-ranked Eagles by a score of 2-1. There's a puck loose in front, and plays, emerges with it for Eden Prairie. Into the zone comes number 20. He'll take a shot. That's Mark Sullivan. Doesn't get to Lubismeyer. Artsinger in the corner. Looked like somebody had a puck in a jersey or in a glove. And the whistle blows. And we will have a face-off in the left circle of the Burnsville zone. 5:12 to go, second period.
Coming up in our second intermission, even though it's a few minutes away, we'll take a look at some more out-of-town scores. Should be able to get a score from you from an interesting Lake Conference matchup. It's Hopkins versus Edina. One of our media partners over at Minnesota Hockey Magazine and 105 The Ticket are broadcasting that game. Is Hopkins having a bit of a surprising year as they beat Minnetonka the other night, which snapped a 24-game losing streak they had in the Lake Conference.
There was a loose puck in front, and here's a shot, and a goal! Michael Graham lights the lamp for the Eagles, and we're tied at 2.
Michael Graham's been red hot as of late. He came into this one with 7 multi-point games. Of course, had 2 goals and an assist against Benilde St. Margaret's. Got a puck at the top of the slot, was able to fire it past the netminder to tie this one up at 2. As boy, he's just a sophomore, and he's really started to develop here in the second half of the season. You can tell he's going to be a big-time player his junior and senior year, if not end of his sophomore year with the way he's been playing up on that first line with Steven Spinner.
Burnsville did a poor job that time of, first of all, stopping the traffic in front of that, as Lubismeyer had to make a pad save on one that trickled by everybody. And then they also had a giveaway in the zone, and Graham was the beneficiary of it. He strikes. As here's a shot on net, save made Gertis. He strikes for his 14th goal this season. That's a team lead for Eden Prairie.
Just a moment ago, good heads-up save by Jake Gertis. That was a tough save to make as Burnsville immediately got it over to that weak side, but heads up to follow that play.
And they'll give the assist to Steven Spinner on the Graham goal. So Spinner and Graham, top 2 scorers, 2 of the top 3 scorers on the team, I should say. Tie the game at 2. As here's a centering attempt flipped up into the air. And the puck is sent out of the zone by Jack Clays. 3:45 to go in the second. And we're all square at 2. Snuggerud makes a move, brings it in the zone. He'll take a shot. It's high over Lubismeyer. Here's a shot on net, and we'll see no call and no goal.
Ooh.
Being signaled by one of the referees as Snuggerud's initial shot hard off the glass ricocheted back, as you'll see on the replay. Didn't see who it was in front, but they nearly put it past Lubismeyer and into the net.
Surprised that one didn't go in. I think the referee lost vision of that one. That's the reason why he blew the whistle.
Well, he was also adjusting the net, so...
So I'm not so sure that that one wasn't covered up.
As it stands, we sit in a tie ball game. Shoe sent it into the corner for Pager. Pager around to Artsinger, or Otto, then of Burnsville. Plays it back, and we're going to have another stoppage for a loose net that time. Didn't see anybody run into it by any means, but referee saw it. We'll have another face-off to the left of Dylan Lubismeyer. Snuggerud over to Shoe. Shoe sends the puck towards the net. It's stopped before it gets to the net. And Artsinger taking a whack before Zane Wagner carries it out of the zone for Burnsville. Wagner still has it. And now it's back to Kirsten of Burnsville. He'll drop it off to his fellow defenseman Dockery. Dockery banks it off the boards to Otto. Otto brings it in 3-on-3. Still carried across the end line, kicks it around. And Weigel returns it back to Zane Wagner behind the net. Puck held in. This is a Sean. Fakes a shot and brings it across. Plays. Knocks him off the puck, and Sean can't keep it in the zone. And Burnsville will recharge the batteries at center ice. Dupree dumps it and chases it. Puck to the line where Weigel keeps it in, but now Snuggerud emerges. He brings it in 2-on-3. Snuggerud takes a shot. It's blocker, save wide. Here's another shot attempt. That one just high by Parrish. Prairie still with it. They'll tee it up over to Mark Sullivan. He'll take a shot attempt, deflected just wide.
Lucky no one was on the back door there.
Absolutely, that took a really nasty deflection. Lucky that one didn't trickle across the crease and even into the net, but as Jeff said too, if someone was on the back door, it would have been an easy put-in.
Teams tangle behind the net. Dupree and an Eagle. Sean tries to send it around. It's not. Aguilar holds it into the line and then loses it. And Eden Prairie will force to retreat where they do change. Here's Besser looking for his third goal. He shoots it just wide. He was tangled up, and now the net comes off as number 20 Sullivan runs into it. But Besser will try to go low glove side after going top shelf on each of his first 2 goals this period.
Not a bad idea to try and mix it up.
Besser getting a quick shot off. He looked like he was tangled up with Sullivan. All of a sudden, the puck was nearly on net.
I think you're right about that, too, because it looked like he caught Jake Gertis off guard. He kind of reacted to that shot awkwardly as he was trying to go low glove side. Lucky for him, he put it wide.
Besser will face with Graham. And puck now on Besser's stick. He'll take another shot. Save Gertis. Another shot up high off the shoulder of Gertis. Besser just peppering Eden Prairie's netminder with shots here in the second period.
I think the speech between periods will be get a body on Besser.
Snuggerud takes a lazy
Maybe not
pass.
just one.
And the captain brings it in the zone. He centers. Trickling puck is loose. And we will have a penalty on Burnsville. Or will we just have a stoppage with the net coming off? Looked like Graham was tied up with somebody on the left side of the rink. See if we can get the replay. Snuggerud bringing it in, making things happen once again.
Well, take a look at the backhanded pass he makes. A no-look Kobe Bryant style backhanded pass from near the end line. Was able to get it out towards center.
Spinner, hard shot on net. Body save made by Lucas Meyer. And we will do it all over again on the far circle in the corner. 42.1 seconds to go in the second period. Sullivan sends it towards net. Another trickling puck that time. It was Lawrence getting one final whack at it. Lubismeyer will cover again. And I'd have to say, outside of that middle flurry, Eden Prairie kind of bookended in the periods with some nice pressure, but they really were all played for about a 4 or 5 minute stretch where Burnsville scored both their goals.
Both goalies have had to be on their game this period for sure.
I think all 3 of us were kind of expecting to see a little more offense here in this period.
Spinner, 2 shot attempts. First one, stick save by Lubismeyer. Second one deflected too high up over the goalie's shoulder and into the net near the flags here at the Burnsville Ice Arena. So Eden Prairie, the last 3 faceoffs they've won, they've had shots on goal. Lubismeyer stopping all of them and keeping this game all square too. Finally, Burnsville wins a faceoff. We'll see if they can get it out of the zone. They can't. Graham now has it. He'll drop it for Spinner. Spinner sends it back to the line, just out of the reach of Mark Sullivan. 9 seconds to play. And a giveaway. Lawrence has it. 6 seconds to see if he can get a shot off. He'll take it. It'll go wide. And the clock will run out on what a very entertaining second period of action here between Burnsville and Eden Prairie. So after 2 periods of play, between 5th-ranked Burnsville and 9th-ranked Eden Prairie. We're right back where we started. Score is all knotted up at 2. We're back with scores and highlights in 2 minutes. You're watching high school hockey on PSP.
I think I have the window seat.
You better double check that, my friend. Don't think we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not it. You're that State Farm discount double check guy. Discount double check. Thanks to the hundreds you saved us, we could upgrade the grill class.
Grill class?
Your tongs are in your seat back.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Guys, this is my cousin Raj.
Hey, boys, I just saved a ton of cash with my State Farm discount double check. So the brats are on me. Oh, jeez. Crazy dream.
Easy. You're going to wreck Bob's dream. By the way, how's that sausage pillow? Delicious, good stick.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rose Mountain.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing several PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie boys hockey on the big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food and watch the EP boys hockey team at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean pizza, the Tavern turkey burger, and my personal favorite, the cheesy tater tots. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5, located just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
I'm Dr. Dennis Lenslink, Clinic Administrator and Patient Care Coordinator for Advocare Clinics, and I'd like to welcome you to our office. Advocare Clinics is considered an outpatient rehabilitation facility. We're pretty much one-stop shop. We offer wellness and prevention as well as acute pain and injury management. We have 3 distinct departments in Advocare. We have a physical therapy department, a chiropractic, wellness and prevention, and acupuncture department, and a medical procedure department. And the unique characteristic is how we combine those therapies. Our goal is to prevent surgeries or conditions getting worse. So one of our specialties is knee, hip, ankle, shoulder problems, where people are considering surgery. Many times we can then provide care that'll buy them 5 to 10 years of ongoing function with their original equipment, their own joints and shoulders. Our patients tell us that they like the attention to detail that we deliver in our therapies. Most of our patients give us a 7+ score on a 1 to 10 scale, which means we're meeting a good amount of patient satisfaction based on your scores. Advocare's mission is to provide you a full and active lifestyle to the limits that you want, not what your body gives you.
Advocare Clinics, located off 494 and Highway 100, online at advocaremn.com.
Right back at the Burnsville Ice Center. Gary Harker Rink, Adam Rosso, Brett Johnson, and Jeff Garden coming to you live here on PSBM. MN, and we are locked up in a dandy. Score tied at 2 after 2 between the 5th-ranked Blaze and the 9th-ranked Eagles. Let's get to the scoring in that second period. It was opened up by the leading scorer on the Blaze team, Brock Besser. He tallied his 14th goal of the season at the 6:35 mark after capitalizing on a turnover. It was a shorthanded goal where he beat goaltender Jake Gertis up high for the equalizer, and it was one apiece there midway through the second period. Besser wasn't done, however. He came back at the 10:24 mark, went top shelf once again, beating Gertis for a second time. Assist on that second goal from Besser came by way of Will Messing and Jack Ashawn for the Blaze. So the Blaze held a brief 2-1 advantage, but then just a minute and 40 seconds later, Michael Graham of Eden Prairie put one past Dylan Lubismeyer and knotted this game at 2. Assists on that one coming from the captain, Steven Spinner, for Eden Prairie on the season. That was Graham's 14th goal, Spinner's 17th assist, and with that goal, Graham takes over the team lead with his 14 goals. Penalties in the period, just one, and that was assessed to Burnsville, a bench penalty. We believe it was too many men on the ice. 2-minute variety on the infraction, but no harm done as Eden Prairie could not score on the only power play of the middle period. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll come back, gather the scores from around Twitter and the rest of the state of Minnesota. We're going to be back here in 30 seconds. You're watching high school hockey on PSB MN.
Jeepers, it's the creeper.
What do we do now?
It's a mystery.
I know. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Zoinks! It's Lucy, like our favorite State Farm agent lady.
Hi, gang. I'll handle it. And that's not really a monster.
Creeper!
Mr. Carswell!
You meddling kids.
State Farm takes the mystery out of dealing with insurance. Get to a groovier state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
Excellent.
And we're back. Let's get to the scoreboard from around Class A and AA here in the metro area. One final of note this evening, Bloomington Kennedy, the Eagles 6, and the Eagles of Apple Valley 2. So the Kennedy Eagles, who I've covered a couple times this year, having a lot better season. They got a lot more playmakers and a pretty good goaltender there in Johnson, and they get a win tonight over Apple Valley down in Apple Valley.
Yeah, Jeff, I know you're a guy from East Bloomington, and I know you know some of the guys that are on Kennedy for some different sports, and I think there's been some talk about how this is one of the strongest teams they've had in quite a few years, and they've certainly played like that, and you would think maybe come the postseason, now that they're a Class 1A school, they can maybe make some noise. They have a very good goaltender and also some good veterans up on that squad.
Yeah, they've always seemed to have some talent. They just have had trouble competing with the bigger schools, such as Eden Prairie and some of the other 2A schools. So hopefully dropping down will benefit them when it comes to postseason.
Yeah, really, in their section they're in, they have a pretty good chance to get past just about any team except for one, which is, well, a real monster. They're in the same section as Big Breck, which is probably going to be the big stumbling block, which it usually is for everybody. But really, besides anybody else in Section 2, I think they got as good a chance as any.
And Breck, speaking of the Mustangs, they're taking on their rival, the Blake Bears. Right now, that game is all knotted up at 1 midway through the second period. I know Breck lost either earlier this week or last week, so they fell down to 5th in the Class A rankings with Hermantown taking over the top spot. So Mustangs looking to rebound after a tough week last week. Another score, another matchup of ranked teams. St. Thomas Academy, of course, in 2A this season, playing the top-ranked Pioneers of Hill Murray. That game also all square at 2 here as they are midway through the second period. So a good battle brewing up there between the Cadets and the Pioneers. And then one more score to pass along to you from AA. The Spuds of Moorhead lead St. Cloud Tech 3-0. That one headed to the intermission, in the second intermission, I should say, up in St. Cloud. So we'll see if the teams get back on the ice more promptly this time than they did in the first period. Let's take another short break. We'll be back with the third and final period from Burnsville. You're watching high school hockey on PSB.
Ellie Johnson of Healthy Training shares her strategy to get people back to a healthier life.
We have a wide variety of clients, anywhere from early teenagers up to clients in their 70s and 80s. What we tend to find with a lot of clients coming in is that they've put other things as a priority in most of their life. They've put work first, they've put their kids first, and now it's time to kind of take some time for yourself. We gauge this to you, not only on what you're trying to achieve as far as your goals, but also what you're looking for in a personal trainer. It's called personal training for a reason. It's individualized to you.
Located south of 62 on Edenvale Boulevard, online at healthy-training.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
Blaze and Eagles out of their dressing rooms and onto the ice here. All set to begin the third period of action as the Blaze and the Eagles are locked up in a tight one. It's all square at 2. Heading into the third and final period. Of course, the last game that Eden Prairie played, that was an overtime fest, and they ended up coming out on top over Benilde St. Margaret by a score of 6-5. Looked like Eden Prairie actually has won both their overtime contests, or 2 of their 3, I should say. The other one ended in a tie. Burnsville has not won an overtime contest. They are 0-2.
What an interesting number on that. Going back to last season, Eden Prairie actually undefeated in their past 5 overtime games. So they've been a very good overtime team despite playing only 500 hockey last season.
Team switch end, Eden Prairie now going from right to left on your screen, and they have the puck and bringing it in offside. First whistle comes 16 seconds into our third period. Burnsville going left to right, opposite of their 2 benches, which are across from us here in Burnsville. It's Graham facing off with Cole Borchert. Borchert wins it, and this is Oshan who gets it up to Missling. Centering cross, skates through all the way to Dupree, who sends it. Doesn't get on net, and it does. The rebound, and guess who? For his third, here come the Hats. It's Brock Besser on the rebound through the 5-hole of Jake Gertis. We'll see if we can grab the replay there, Brett.
Up one more, Jeff. We're getting you trained in here on the computer if you want to rewind that a little bit. Doesn't look like the computer's cooperating. Oh, well, either way, though, as you said, Adam Besser, somehow you got to get a body in front of that guy, as he's been the main threat here for the Blaze so far in this one, putting them up 3-2.
And the refs clean up the ice, which the Burnsville student section threw their stocking caps as well as their baseball caps on the ice. Besser, his third goal just 31 seconds in to this third period, and it's 3-2 Burnsville with their second 1-goal lead of the evening. It's a pass for Pager a little bit too far, and have Louis chips it back on to his defenseman Kirsten.
Almost took the head off the referee on that one.
This is Artsinger. He'll bring it in. He's met at neutral ice and bumped off the puck. Assist on the goal. There'll be 2 helpers. It'll be 37 Carter Dupree and number 20 Cole Borchert. for Burnsville, Besser's third of the evening. And that was Parrish. He's bumped out the puck. Snuggerud sends it down, played off the goaltender's stick, and out to center ice. Here's a chip up ahead. That's number 14, Dylan Weigel. Weigel has it. Now it's brought around Sawchuk. Sawchuk keeps it in, but the puck taken in the middle of the offensive zone by Eden Prairie's Michael Parrish. Keeley gets it to Shoe to Snuggerud. Snuggerud's shot is wide. Along the near boards, a couple players tangle. And out of it comes Schoen for the Blaze. Schoen's pass to Di Gregorio is off the tape. Snuggerud brings it in hard for the Eagles. Snuggerud still has the puck, still maintains possession. He dumps it back. Nobody home. Sawchuk with it for Burnsville. Here's Borchard up ahead to Missing, trying to get a stick on it, and he maintains footing, controls it, centers it for Besser. Besser goes up high again, too high. What a quick release by the junior forward, Brock Besser. And puck chipped ahead, spinner, it's tipped, and Stephen will chase after it, gives it off to Michael Graham, who has one of the 2 Eden Prairie goals of the evening. Graham, near side. Now he'll play it at the point. Slapper couldn't tell if it got to them. It's loose in front, still loose in front. Lawrence giving a whack at it. Now the puck comes out of a Burnsville player's legs and whistle blows. Face-off will come in the Eden Prairie offensive zone. So once again, if you're just joining us, star of the evening, Brock Besser. He just tallied his third goal, the go-ahead goal, 31 seconds into a tie game. That's where we sit, 3-2. Burnsville with the lead. Besser carrying it into the zone once again. Puck kicked away and taken by Mark Sullivan of Eden Prairie. He'll carry it in, center it in the crease. It's steered to the far side by Burnsville's goalie, Dylan Lubismeyer. Borchert gets across the red line, dumps it in, have Louis after it. Aguilar of Eden Prairie gets on the stick first. And now he's tangled up with a couple of Blaze. Puck sent along the near boards, banked, and now it's in. This is Wagner. Wagner brings it in, tries to get one on net. He instead flies into Jake Gertis as he was tied up. And the net comes off once again. And the face-off, I assume, will be outside of the Eden Prairie zone. 12:59 to go in the contest. Burnsville still leading by a goal. So face-off just outside the zone here in neutral ice. It'll be Otto and Hartsinger for Eden Prairie. Otto wins it, and the Blaze send it in and chase after it. Clays gets it out of the zone. After it was Pager, but he couldn't control it, and now back the other way comes Havlui for Burnsville. Havlui with it, tries to sidestep Shoe, and into the corner. Artsinger meets him and takes the puck away from the Burnsville forward. Pass on the tape up ahead. This is Artsinger bringing it in. Shot on net, save made by the pad of Lubismeyer. And Artsinger maintains control. He brings it around the net. He shoots on net. Rebound is loose in front, taken away by Wagner and sent out of the zone. Icing will be waved off as it will not reach. The puck will not reach the end line. Sawchuk takes the neutral zone puck, and after it, along with him, is Di Gregorio of Burnsville. Schoen keeps it in at the line. Di Gregorio behind the net. Controls it on his right-handed stick, gets it to Sawchuk at the point. Sawchuk doesn't get anything on that shot, and Artsinger brings it to the blue line, but not out. Shoe takes a dump attempt by Burnsville. The Blaze will change, and here's a pass intercepted at the red line by Missling. He'll send it down, where Snuggerud plays it off the boards, and out. The puck will go down for an icing call on Eden Prairie. Face-off all the way back down in the Eagles zone.
I'd like to remind you tonight our game brought to you by the Mulch Store, Performance Therapy Innovations, the Tavern on 4 and 5. Also by Home Video Studio, and in partnership with BECTV. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping you bring coverage here of Eden Prairie versus Burnsville High School hockey on PSP Media.
Mark Sullivan carries it out of the zone and chips it up ahead to neutralize. And there's the puck. Borchert with it, fighting with Aguilar near side. Borchert emerges, drops it off to Messling now. Borchert gets it to Sean at the point, where it's held in and chipped back down. This is Bessler. Bessler to Borchert. And the net on that end comes off once again. That net seems to be loose. We've seen that a lot this year, actually, Brett, in the games you and I have done. Nets being knocked off really easily, sometimes just by the shoulder of a goaltender.
Yeah, to get some duct tape or something down there. We've certainly seen that a lot. It's one of those things we've been running into a lot this season. I guess we've been seeing some more of the physical style game so far.
Sean sends a low shot on net. It's steered to the left corner by the stick of Gertis. And a scrum of players now tangling. Puck emerges. And nobody can see take possession. Now finally Spinner of Eden Prairie takes it. He's met hard by Cade Borchert. And this is Lawrence, brings it in. Blocker save made by Burnsville. There's another shot attempt coming all the way across laterally. Almost 90 degrees across the ice, and now a puck sent up into the net into the bench by Dupree of Burnsville. While the faceoff back in the Blaze zone. 10:23 go in our contest. 3-2 the score. Burnsville leading Eden Prairie.
Well, so far this season, the Eagles have had their struggles in the third period, but they were able to exercise some of those demons by getting a game-tying goal against Benilde St. Margaret's on Tuesday night. They'll need the same thing here after giving up that third goal to fall behind 3-2. I believe it had been the only period where they had not outscored an opponent by more than 5 goals this season.
Hugh sends it cross corner where Havlui meets one of the Eden Prairie forwards, and this is number 19, Sam Dockery, trying to get it out, but it's held in at the line by Snuggerud. Whistle
one of the
blows.
Players down for Burnsville.
And looks like it's 15, Peter Havlui, who came into the corner with, I believe, number 21, Jack Sullivan of Eden Prairie, and was kind of stood up. Both players collided. Havlui down to his knees as the trainer for Burnsville comes out to tend to him. So while we have a second, we will let you know the upcoming schedule for both the 9th-ranked Eagles and the 5th-ranked Blaze. Both teams back in action Saturday afternoon. And as I said in the opening, Eden Prairie will get a little bit of a reprieve as they play the Royals of Hopkins back home in the community center at Eden Prairie, right near the high school. And for Burnsville, it doesn't get any easier as the Eastview Lightning are the next team on the docket. They play Saturday evening down at the Apple Valley Sports Arena in Apple Valley. So the Blaze and the Lightning, another matchup of top 10, top 15 teams. Can't remember where Eastview exactly was in yesterday's newly released rankings by Let's Play Hockey, but the Lightning, after falling to Lakeville North here on Tuesday, I'm sure would love to get a win over a ranked opponent and South Metro rival. Here's a shot, deflection, goal! Snuggerud, the initial shot attempt, looked like Lawrence, the sophomore, will get credited with the goal. We'll see what the referees say, and there's the third period goal you were looking for, Brett.
Yeah, it looked like another play. They threw it at the net. They've gotten a deflection by Lawrence, as you said, which would be big for him. He's a sophomore that they just moved up to that first line with Spinner and Graham. And boy, what a future those two might have.
7-10 mark. If I could read the lips of the referee, I think the goal is going to go to Steven Spinner.
Okay.
Almost ended up with an empty net goal right there as the Burnsville goalie was out of position.
See if we get the announcement as the puck rolls along the boards right in front of us. This is Besser trying to counter for the Blaze. Snuggerud carries it out. And they do give the goal to Steven Spinner, so the deflection in front of the net.
Well, either way, though, even though they don't give Cole Lawrence a point at all, he certainly was a big part of that goal, causing some havoc in front.
So the future Nebraska-Omaha Mavericks team up on the equalizer, and with 8:55 to go, we're all square at 3 here in Burnsville. Here's a shot towards the net. Lubesmeyer covers it with his glove, and stoppage of play. We'll have a face-off in the Burnsville zone to the left of Lubesmeyer. 3-3 our score. Steven Spinner tallying his 14th goal of the season. That ties for the team leads. He ties Michael Graham, so Graham tries to one-up him in the second. Spinner comes back in the third with another equalizer, and both players now with 14 goals as the net knocked off once again. I think they need some longer screws on these posts that hold the net in place, because players are getting stronger here, and it's kind of ridiculous the amount of stoppages for seemingly no contact with the goal.
I think, Jeff, you agree. You and I watch a lot of hockey. It does break up the flow of the game when you get so many whistles like that.
I know they went with the shorter screws to try and prevent injuries from players colliding with the nets, but yes, when the net does come off as frequently as it has.
It's almost like a veteran skier wearing bindings that are set to a beginner. The skis keep popping off. That's what it's like when you watch some of these games. I mean, I understand the injury factor, but you'd think for varsity high school hockey, they'd have maybe different length screws than they do for, let's say, bantams or peewee, but either way, like you said, it definitely breaks up the flow of a pretty entertaining contest we've had here tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been an open flowing game, and the officials have let them play.
Borchert out of it, up ahead to Besser. He's got all 3 goals. He tries to fly around the defenders in Eden Prairie. Both guys hit the deck. Jake Gertis covers for the Eagles. And we'll have yet another face-off, this time in the Eden Prairie end. Both teams' first lines now out there with Spinner, Snuggerud, Graham, who's taking the face-off, and Lawrence for Eden Prairie. Dockery, Besser, Borchert, and Snuggerud carries it in. Shot going into the padding of Lubesmeyer, where he covers. Finish the man on the ice right now for Burnsville. Kirsten and Missling, the final 2 with Dockery, Borchert, and Besser.
Good job defensively by Burnsville on that last opportunity for Luke Snuggerud. We've seen that a lot this season, where he skates with the puck near that end line. Just the last second, he makes a great pass out towards the slot area. That time Burnsville did a nice job not letting Snuggerud have any opportunity to make that centering pass.
Just over midway through this third period, we'll have an icing call. Brady shoots past a little bit too far for his teammate. 7:59 it is to play in the third period. 3-3 is our score. Brett Johnson, Jeff Garten, Adam Rosso here with your play-by-play, and we've seen a pretty entertaining game thus far between the 9th-ranked Eagles and the 5th-ranked Blaze. We'll see what the final 7:59 has in store for all you hockey fans out there watching at home. Sullivan after with Wagner. And now it is Wagner and Otto, I believe, in the corner for Burnsville. Coming out of it is is Sullivan, both Sullivans for Eden Prairie. And a couple whacks at it, and it's sent down ice by Otto. And now Mark Sullivan, the defenseman for Eden Prairie, has it. He flips it ahead. It's tipped, played with the high stick, and Eden Prairie after it. Centering attempt by Jack Sullivan, tipped up into the air, into the left glove of Dylan Lubesmeyer, and we will have yet another face-off. Seems like we've had a flurry of them here in the last minute and a half of this third period.
Most of those coming because of the off-play. Most of those coming because the net has come off the moorings there.
Spinner cycles out. Now it's Graham. First Besser on the faceoff. And Eden Prairie controls. Shu shot low, tries to go for the deflection. And it was off a shin and into the corner. Shu to Spinner. Spinner sends it back to Snugger, but the pass way behind him, and Luke's forced to go back and get it. He loses his footing. And now Borchert has it for the Blaze. Besser behind the net. He'll try a wraparound. It's nearly put in by Borchert. He'll send it to the front of the net again. Puck loose still, and finally Snuggerud controls. I don't know how Cade Borchert didn't find the net. He had a wide open side. It looked like it hit either the stick or the skate of a sprawled out Jake Gertis. So Eden Prairie dodging a bullet, and we maintain the tie at 3 apiece.
You know, against Benilde St. Margaret's, they had an opportunity like that as well, where it was one of the best players in the state, Spencer Nas, beating Gertis right on the doorstep, kind of towards the side of the net. Almost that same thing that Burnsville did right there, as you said. Quickly surprised that he wasn't able to bury that, as it was a pretty good look that he had.
You know, I'll be honest here. Now I'm looking at the Burnsville bench. The Borchert, I should say, that's on the first line is now Cade Borchert, the sophomore. And the captain, Cole, I haven't seen Cole Borchert out here this third period. I don't know, Brett, you can take a glance over there if you see number 20. He's not on the ice right now, and I see him kind of over in the doorway, sitting back on the secondary part of the bench where the coaches usually stand. So one of the captains not on the ice at all this third period for Burnsville.
Yeah, Jeff and I will take a look over there and see if we can see possibly why. I don't see any trainers looking at him right now, but you're right, he's kind of standing in the back. I wonder if he took maybe a nasty hit before he came off the ice, maybe some kind of injury we wouldn't have seen. I mean, we're just speculating right here, to be completely honest, but you're right, it is interesting that one of their captains kind of standing in the back of the bench right now.
So I don't recall, there was a person that was skated off in that first period, but I don't think it was him. He played a lot of the first and second period, so not sure what we'll get. Here's a turnover. This is Clays in front. Puck still loose. And Burnsville sends it over our way off the high boards and down. Icing waved off. Dangerously close opportunity for the Eagles if you're a Burnsville fan. Here's Lewis Meyer out of his crease, playing it to his defenseman. Now breaking out up ahead. Pass just a bit too far for Wagner. And it'll be icing as Wagner and Snuggerud can't get there before the touch-up would occur. So yeah, interesting to see that, but he has not played. He's been...
Well, the coach did just ask him a question as you were doing play-by-play right there. I couldn't read his lips and see if it was saying, "Are you okay?" or not, but yeah, he definitely had a very brief conversation. Be checking on his status.
That is, of course, the second leading scorer on the team, the leading goal scorer. Coming into tonight, of course, Besser's now passed him by with the 3 tallies. He has 16 goals, but Borchert with 15 goals, 13 assists, and he actually, if I'm not mistaken, had an assist. No, he didn't, rather, on one of the goals. But and here's a takeaway by Wagner. Wagner has a 2-on-1. Sprawled out is Snuggerud, and he bumps Wagner off the puck, stopping the odd man rush for the Blaze. And now he'll bring it into the zone himself. 2-on-3. Snuggerud backhand. He's taken down from behind. There will be a penalty, and it's going to be on Burnsville. Luke Snuggerud making it happen on both ends of the ice.
I was going to say, Luke Snuggerud doing a nice job on the back check defensively, then taking it the other way, drawing a penalty in. It certainly makes things interesting here with under 5 minutes to go here in the game for Eden Prairie to get a power play chance.
Yeah, he definitely used his strength to try and get to the front of the net on that one.
So with 4:31 to go, Eden Prairie now with a man advantage looking for the go-ahead goal. Snuggerud, after the Eagles win the draw, he'll fire one towards the net. It's blocked down by Burnsville, and Besser comes the other way. 1-on-3. Spinner hacks it down from behind. Now he centers it. This is Borchert, who's back on the ice. So he comes out of hibernation, if you will, and he did actually have an assist on the Besser goal this period. So not sure if he took a shot middle of the period or what, but he hadn't been out there since early in this final stanza. So Burnsville back at full strength. We have a bench touching, and we'll have a neutral zone ice right at the Boston Bruins B, the Burnsville Braves B, the Burnsville Blaze B now, of course, with the name change. Not so recently now, I suppose it's been 10, 12 years since that occurred. But when they were the Braves, they did win 2 state championships and also had 2 runners-up in that glorious decade of hockey they had here in the 80s down in Burnsville. So we'll see what the Blaze can do here, not only tonight, but come tournament time as Section 2. They always got to get past the defending champion, Edina Hornets. Eden Prairie cannot set it up on the power play. Again, we're halfway home on the man advantage. Nothing to show for it for Eden Prairie.
I think this is going to be one of the best opportunities they're going to look with so far. Just have done a very good job carrying it into the Burnsville zone. The Blaze doing a great job just meeting them at the blue line. I think they might be better off doing a little bit more of a dump and chase here on the power play.
Snuggerud to Spinner, captain to captain. Puck was fluttering and Steven couldn't handle it. We'll see if Eden Prairie gets anything set up now. They bring it in with Sullivan on the far side. He'll drop it back to another Sullivan mark. Snuggerud near point. Down to Spinner on the short side. Spinner gives to Snuggerud. Snuggerud walks in, has a shot deflected off the stick of Cole Borchert up into the net. We'll have a face-off in the Burnsville zone. 21 seconds left on the power play. 2:51 to go, third period. Burnsville will take a timeout. We'll take a short one with them. 30-second timeout upcoming. Back here to Burnsville in a tie ball game.
The sound of a satisfying meal. More than 200,000 people in the Twin Cities don't have enough access to food. Now's your chance to do something. Share a simple meal of soup and bread to help raise money to fight hunger locally. Saturday, January 18th from 11 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Join supporters like yourself for Prop's 4th annual fundraiser. On top of breaking bread, collect a one-of-a-kind hand-painted ceramic bowl. Enjoy entertainment by After 5 Women's Vocal Ensemble and other local musicians. And fight to keep your neighbors fed. Sponsored by Pulte Group, the Minnesota Vikings, and Cheryl Eastbourne of Edina Realty, it's the Props 4th Annual Fundraiser. Saturday, January 18th from 11 a.m. till 2:30 at Eden Prairie Central Middle School. To learn more, go to propfood.org.
Adam Rosso back to the Burnsville Ice Center. 2:51 to go in a tie contest between Eden Prairie and Burnsville. Eden Prairie with the man advantage right now. 21 seconds to go on the tripping penalty to Burnsville. Eden Prairie looking for the go-ahead goal. They have not led since the middle stages of the second period. They win the face-off. Snuggerud sends it low. Nice block that time by Besser. Puck comes over to Sullivan. Shot, save made, rebound just wide by Spinner. And that time, Burnsville controls, sends it down. 6 seconds to go on the man advantage. Dockery up in front of us here at the penalty box. And he will exit 5-on-5 hockey for the last 2:29 here in Burnsville. Puck sent in. Lubismeyer out of the net to play it. He sends it over to Messling. Messling chips it along the far wall, and Snuggerud after it, controlling for Eden Prairie. He gives it up to Spinner. Spinner leaves it for Graham. Now Graham takes the return pass from Spinner. Centering pass nearly tipped in by Clays. Bounced just over his stick. Besser and Snuggerud at center ice. And the puck still loose. Spinner hits the deck along with Missing. And out of it comes Borchert, Besser to Rossini head first into the boards. And Artsinger out with it. He gets taken away by Besser. Backhand save made, rebound save, and it's covered up. 2 golden opportunities for the golden boy of the evening, Brock Besser. Jake Gertis standing tall on the backhand and the rebound attempt. 96 seconds to go in regulation, and we're still all square at 3.
Yeah, Burnsville just got that after Eden Prairie was trying to go the other way, and Besser creates another chance. Boy, someone's got to call the Seattle Seahawks and get Richard Sherman to cover him. I mean, he's been everywhere so far in this game.
They just can't seem to get a body on him, Ken. The Eagles, he's had multiple shots. I bet he's had a dozen shots on goal tonight. He's obviously put 3 of them in the net. Far corner, it's Havlui to Ashawn. Ashawn at the line, his shot up over the top of Gertis into the corner. Dockery fires one towards the net. It doesn't get there. And this is Cade Borchert, the sophomore, in the corner. And the net off once again. And we'll have another face-off. 1:11 to play. And I don't know when that rule was changed or when they put the long screws in, Jeff, but that needs to be changed back because, boy, this season, abnormal amounts of net being jostled loose by seemingly nothing there as far as relevant gameplay.
We've had plenty of ones today where I swear the goalie just blows air on the post and it goes off.
Yeah, exactly. Shot. Cole Borchert up high. Doesn't reach Gertis. Ashawn keeps it in. Besser behind the net. Can he do one more time? And his centering attempt too far for Borchert. Out of it comes Sullivan of Eden Prairie. Sullivan met by Dockery on the boards. This is Keeley. Keeley behind the net. Parrish has it. Parrish for Eden Prairie. And Besser tried to tip it away from Snuggerud. It's held in by the senior at the line. Here's a centering attempt. Tipped to the corner by Burnsville. Jack Ashawn gives it to Besser. Besser to Borchert. Borchert brings it in. He's tripped at the line. Burnsville fans want a penalty. Wow. They don't get one, however. And it's tipped out. 20 seconds to play. Puck was touched at the boards. After it, now Mark Sullivan. 15 seconds to go as we wind down in regulation. Snuggerud with one more try into the net. He'll send one towards the net. It's blocked down. Flipped back out. 6 seconds to go. Besser behind. One more chance for the junior. Sprawling out Snuggerud. And we are going to go to overtime. Free hockey here between Burnsville and Eden Prairie.
Boy, what a flurry to the end of the game right there for both teams as we see Burnsville's Besser get a one last opportunity, but Luke Snuggerud with a suicide dive to break up that last opportunity. And I think a big thing was Eden Prairie may have gotten away with a trip at the very end in that last minute. Of course, the old adage is in hockey, once you get towards the last minute into overtime, it pretty much takes a felony to just about draw a penalty. So I think pretty much in any other situation, the referees probably would have called something like that.
As they would say in basketball, no blood, no foul.
Yeah, right.
Boy, I had the best vantage point maybe because I was obviously calling it. It looked like from behind, I don't know who tripped up Borchert, but him coming in, it looked like a little bit more than just some incidental contact. But as it stands, we'll have the 3-minute break, come back with overtime. It's 5th-ranked Burnsville 3, 9th-ranked Eden Prairie 3. We're back with overtime here in 60 seconds. You're watching high school hockey on PSB. Back with overtime here in a moment.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Eden Prairie and Burnsville tied at 3, and we will head to an 8-minute overtime period. As I said during the third, Eden Prairie this year 2-0-1 in their overtime games. And Brett, you said they've been undefeated in their last 5, so they won 2 more last year. 5-game unbeaten streak for the Eagles. Meanwhile, Burnsville, they've lost both their overtime games this season. They are 0-2 in the extra session.
I don't know about you, but if I was Eden Prairie, I would put 2 guys on Borchard for this period for sure.
And here is the senior, Captain Borchard. He's bumped off the puck by Graham. Graham to Lawrence. Lawrence to Spinner. Spinner brings it in onside at the line. Sends it down where Dupree has it for Burnsville. Shoe at the line. Stumbles. Can't get much on the shot. It's now into the corner. Spinner after it with Dupree. Spinner knocks the glove off Dupree. And the puck now to Snuggerud on the far point. Here's a shot deflected into the corner by Borchard of Burnsville. And Besser, the man of the night, gives it away to Lawrence. Lawrence with a pick, holding it in. He carries it in. And now Borchard, the senior, takes it away, sends it to Besser. Besser tries to carry it past Shoe, but Shoe does a nice job bumping him off the puck and getting it back for Eden Prairie. Lawrence sending it on net. It's steered into the corner as both teams change a minute into this extra session. Besser tries to bank it off the board. It doesn't go very far. This is Dupree. He'll dump it down, but not successfully as Dockery after it. It's now taken by the goaltender Lubesmeyer. Prairie doing a nice job pressuring in the first 90 seconds of overtime. Here's a giveaway in front. Shot, save made on the attempt by Artsinger. Here's a slapper right into the glove of Lubesmeyer. Mark Sullivan from the point, sending one low and hard, but the junior goalie Dylan Lubesmeyer standing tall, making another save on Mark Sullivan.
That was a great read through traffic to just find that puck.
Yeah, we've seen him do a nice job with the glove net. After that first one, it looked like it might have clipped off of his glove. Since then, he's done a nice job. Here's a giveaway in front. Blocker save this time by the Burnsville netminder. Keeley in the corner. He's fighting with Dockery. Dockery out of it. It's over. Have Louie and Aguilar locking up. Here's a low shot, steered away by Lubesmeyer. Kester along to Cade Borker. Aguilar to Mark Sullivan. Mark Sullivan dumps it down. It gets to the goalie. He'll elect to catch it and hold. Another face-off in the Burnsville zone. So thus far, much like we saw in the opening period, Eden Prairie controlling the tempo and controlling the possession of the puck.
And I like that shift from that second line because it allows their first group to get a rest and now come back out onto the ice with a face-off deep in the Burnsville zone. Good job by that lower group to keep some pressure on and to keep the momentum alive here for the first line.
Carrying it ahead is Missling for Burnsville. Is after Snuggerud. Snuggerud over to Shoe. Shoe trying to connect down a breakout pass. Spinner and Dupree fighting for it. Spinner turns that on another gear, keeps it for Eden Prairie. Besser and Spinner. Now it's Graham in the left corner. He'll center it. Nobody home. And Borchard plays it to the line and out. Snuggerud now gets it into the zone, but Sean has it at neutralized for Burnsville, and the Blaze have their first venture into the Eden Prairie zone. Snuggerud tries to get it out. He's met by Weigel. Sean dancing around the blue line, and now finally the Blaze send it back in. They'll make another line change. 4:40 to go in the contest. Lawrence, the sophomore, chips it along right in front of us. And Burnsville takes possession, rifles it back in. Gertis out of the net, he'll play it. Di Gregorio after it. And he does a nice job of dirty work behind the net, gets possession, and back the other way comes Pager and Artsinger. This is Pager, he'll take a shot, save made off the glove, rebound is loose. And have Louie gets it for Burnsville. Clays possesses his stick, so he can't play the puck, and Burnsville takes possession. It's up ahead to DiGregorio. He'll shoot it down as he crosses center ice. Keeley has it for Eden Prairie. Borchert, the first line back out for Burnsville. He'll play it off the far wall. It's Sullivan for Eden Prairie. He banks it off. Besser plays it ahead into the zone. He'll harass Sullivan at the circle. Here's a centering pass. Borchert, nobody home as he tried to find Messling, who was trailing the play. Eden Prairie gets it out of the zone, but Burnsville right back in. It's Messling. Messling leaves it for Besser, who winds and fires just wide. Besser sends it to Messing. Sullivan and Messing in the corner. Now it's Borchert for Burnsville. Dockery at the point. Dockery to Ashan. Ashan, he'll take a shot. It's wide of the net, and the net is knocked off once again, and we have a stoppage of play, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but that really halts the momentum that Burnsville had just built over that last shift.
Yeah, really a good shift there, and I like that shot from Besser that he took from the point a few seconds ago, as somehow that shooting lane was wide open for him. Fortunately, if you're an EP fan, he was not able to hit the net on that last opportunity.
Sean throwing the puck at that net with all the traffic was not a bad idea either.
Boy, big break there. I think they're going to say it was not tipped by, or are they going to call it? Yeah, they're just calling a timeout. I thought they were initially going to say that it wasn't tipped on the way outside the rink. I was going to say, how could that be? But no, they just call a timeout instead.
And the Eagles take a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. Let's do a 30-second timeout here. Come back for the last 2:56 of overtime. Burnsville and Eden Prairie locked in a go.
The sound of a satisfying meal. More than 200,000 people in the Twin Cities don't have enough access to food. Now's your chance to do something. Share a simple meal of soup and bread to help raise money to fight hunger locally. Saturday, January 18th from 11 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Join supporters like yourself for Prop's 4th annual fundraiser. On top of breaking bread, collect a one-of-a-kind hand-painted ceramic bowl. Enjoy entertainment by After 5 Women's Vocal Ensemble and other local musicians. And fight to keep your neighbors fed. Sponsored by Pulte Group, the Minnesota Vikings, and Cheryl Eastbourne of Edina Realty, it's the Props 4th Annual Fundraiser. Saturday, January 18th from 11 a.m. till 2:30 at Eden Prairie Central Middle School. To learn more, go to propfood.org.
Players breaking from their huddles after the Eden Prairie timeout. Let's set the situation. 2:56 to go in overtime. Eden Prairie and Burnsville tied at 3. Eden Prairie with the equalizer. 7 minutes, 10 seconds into the third period. We haven't seen a score since then. And the face-off in the Eden Prairie zone. It's controlled by Besser. He couldn't get a shot off, however. Now he dumps it down for his fellow captain, Borchert. Borchert taken down by Snuggerud. No call. Shue into the boards with Messling. And Shue, for Eden Prairie, carries the puck out of the zone. Lawrence, the sophomore, he'll dump it down. Shue is after it. He'll leave it for Spinner of Eden Prairie. Spinner winds, spins and shoots a wild shot. Not close to getting on net. This is Graham, who has a goal tonight for Eden Prairie. Spinner can't control enough. Ashan has it to center ice where Besser knocks it off a stick. Graham and Borchert chasing after it on the far side. They tangle. Here's a shot by Spinner. Bouncing puck just wide.
I think the bouncing comment was part of the key, that was the reason that was off net. I think if that was laying flat, that was right on.
Borchert flying in. He's tripped up. And the net comes off again. That's more like a reason for the net to come off. I don't think there's going to be a penalty. A couple guys hit the deck. And we'll have a stoppage with 1:54 to go. And the face-off will be, I think, to the left of Jake Gertis. Been a pretty even overtime session here, Brad. Eden Prairie started out well in the first 2 minutes. Since then, Burnsville's really taken control and limited any breakouts or any puck possession by Eden Prairie. Here's a shot on net, save made by Gertis. Oh, that one could have been the winner off of the sophomore Cole Borchert's stick.
Yeah, you're right. Burnsville's just been a step quicker the past few minutes, especially when they get the puck down deep. They're just winning the races.
Have
when
Louis
they dump it in
the far corner, tried to get it to the point. Pass was lazy, and Eden Prairie carries it out of the zone, but Burnsville stops the breakout and sends it back in. This is Mark Sullivan. He'll get it around. Keeley tries to touch it. He gets it out. It comes all the way around to the Burnsville blue line, where Dockery sends it back ahead for Cade Borchert. This is Jack Sullivan. Brings it along the far side. He'll put a shot on that. It's gloved by Lubismeyer. He'll hold on to it with 1 minute, 3 seconds to play. Eden Prairie will have a face-off upcoming in the Burnsville zone. Invite you to stick around with us following the conclusion of this one for the Sunkurt post-game show. We will recap the scoring and also obviously name a star of the game here from what's been an entertaining contest between Burnsville and Eden Prairie. Besser to Ashawn. Ashawn sends it down. Gertis out of the net. Touched and played by Jack Sullivan. This is Steven Spinner. Spinner to Snuggerud. 45 to play. Snuggerud brings it in the zone. Onside. It's bumped off the puck. Lawrence sends it back to Besser. Besser. Problem is on the other team. Here comes Besser. He'll bring it in. It's tipped off the puck. Nice defensive play by Shue. Snuggerud with 29 to play. He brings it in. Sidesteps a man. Puck loose in front. Poked away by Lubismeyer. And now it's Cole Borchert has it. He'll send it up ahead to Besser. It's too far, and there'll be an icing call. 16.6 to play. Face-off in the Burnsville zone.
Interesting to see here what Eden Prairie draws up a few times this season when they've had that first line of Spinner and Graham on the ice. They've scored a couple of goals right off face-offs, including one against Benilde St. Margaret's. They drew it back to defense and were able to get a goal. We'll see if they draw something up here, but of course, doesn't help when Burnsville wins the face-off for them.
Blaze win the face-off. Here's a shot towards the net by Sullivan. It's taken 8 seconds left. This will be the last one. Borchert brings it in. It's shot to the side and out, and this one is going to end in a 3-3 tie. So we got what we expected here, Brett. A 3-3 tie, neither team doing much in overtime. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll come back with the Sunkurt postgame show. You're watching PSBMN.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Adam Rosso back with you following a pretty good high school hockey game between Burnsville and Eden Prairie. So you can see the game ending in a 3-3 tie. Neither team able to get anything past their respective goalies in overtime. And so both teams will head home with a draw. Let's go over the scores here from this one. First period saw just one goal. That came for Eden Prairie. Andy Aguilar lit the lamp at the 12:07 mark. Assist by Riley Artsinger. The period ended 1-0 in favor of Eden Prairie. Second period saw Burnsville put the first one past Jake Gertis. That was Brock Besser. His first of a hat trick on the night came short-handed at the 6:35 mark, and we were all square at 1. Besser came back just about 4 minutes later with his second of the evening. Assist on that tally came from Will Messing and Jack Ashawn for Burnsville. That took the lead for the Blaze for the first time at 2-1. They didn't hold the lead for very long, however, because Michael Graham scored at the 12:06 mark on an assist from Steven Spinner, and after we ended 2 periods of play, we were all square at 2. Third period opened up with Brock Besser scoring the old-fashioned hat trick. He scored 31 seconds in, and it looked like Burnsville had the momentum. Assist on that goal came from Carter Dupree and Cole Borchert. Eden Prairie, however, got the equalizer 7 minutes, 10 seconds in to the third period. Steven Spinner on a redirection from Luke Snuggerud's shot at the point. He scored to make it 3-3, and obviously that's where this game ended. As for the final 18 minutes and change, no team was able to get shots past Eden Prairie's Jake Gertis, who finished with 37 saves, or Burnsville's Dylan Lubismeyer, who finished the evening with 42 saves, 45 shots on goal for Eden Prairie, 40 for Burnsville, and both goaltenders standing tall when it mattered most in the latter stages of regulation. So, about what we expected here tonight, Brett, but I guess you got to go with the star of the game being the man who tallied the hat trick, the junior Brock Besser from Burnsville.
Yeah, no doubt. Having the game of his life out here, not only scoring those 3 goals, but having a lot of other good looks at the net as well, including a couple late in the third period and in overtime as well. I think it was a good test for Eden Prairie to face a guy like that because, of course, once they get into section playoff play, they'll see some more high-end players from teams like Wayzata, Benilde St. Margaret's, and especially Holy Family Catholic, who I think is really relying on 2 big scorers this year. So a good test for them to see a player like that, one that can really dominate a game. And overall, I think a tie is a fitting end to this one since it was really an even matchup between both squads.
Yep, so I want to thank everybody out there for joining us here on PSB. Check the website, psbmn.com, for all of our upcoming events covering the Southwest Metro sports here in the winter season. So for control man Jeff Garten and color commentator Brett Johnson, this is Adam Rosso signing off from Burnsville, where tonight's contest between Eden Prairie and Burnsville ended in a 3-3 draw. Thank you and good evening.
Oh, here, I got it. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, the close is in a kind of a goofy place. I got it. Thanks for tuning in to live local play-by-play coverage of Eagles High School sports. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, The Mulch Store, Alpha Investment Advisors, Performance Therapy Innovations, Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office, and Healthy Training. Keep it tuned to psbmn.com for more broadcasts of Eagles High School sports.